Alright, hello guys, it's Danny here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a very unique guide today. I'm going to be giving you guys the lap guide to the GT Sophy 1v1 event, which is the race 1 in Tsukuba in the Integra Type R DC298, a very classic Honda car, and we managed to get ourselves into the top 10 of the 1v1 leaderboard. As you can see, we got top 10 in the world, so not bad at all. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys a lap guide on how to beat Sophy, because Sophy is very difficult to beat. It's a superhuman AI developed by Sony AI in collaboration with Polyphony Digital, and for the past 3 years they have been developing this technology. So we're going to this view. I'm going to give you guys a guide how to do the race start against Sophy. We're using ASM here, as you can see, because we're in a FF car, and the ASM helps with the rotation in the medium to high speed corners. So yeah, so that's Sophy on our left hand side. So let's start the lap guide. So as you can see, I have half throttle going here at the start. I'm not using traction control because if you do the grid start without traction control, it's actually much faster. So half throttle at the start. So slowly, so once it's like past like 35 kilometers per hour, you go full throttle, and then you upshift between 49 to 51 kilometers per hour. So now into turn 1, just brake pretty much close to when the inside curve for turn 1 starts. And look at Sophy here. You want to be slightly ahead of Sophy here. Let's be slightly ahead. You can see she's a bit angry that you're passing her. It's pretty funny. So just hold the inside line, and just let Sophy take the outside line as usual. As you can see, I'm only accelerating early as much as possible. But when you're accelerating out of the slow speed corners, you want to bring the steering closer to the center to avoid the engine from hitting the rev limiter too much, and you're going to get a bit of a speed reduction, therefore slower acceleration out of the corner. So bring the steering a bit closer to yourself, and yeah. So this race is all about defending from Sophy. Or I mean, not say defending, because Sophy is a super, as I said, Sophy is a superhuman AI which can match your pace or actually try and be faster than you. So you have to try and really pull away from Sophy as much as you can. As you can see, I'm really pulling away from Sophy, but the AI is still behind me. Like, it's almost matching my pace in the individual sectors. So yeah, just try and take tight lines in the apexes and get on the power as late as possible, like as you saw on the previous corner. So lap guide. So you are starting to brake at the last corner. Once you're near this pit board sign on the right hand side here. So just brake down the third gear, and you start to accelerate once the curve changes from green to red and white. Balance out the throttle, so yeah. So you're upshift when it's 131 kilometers per hour. So now your braking point for turn 1, once you pass the 50 meter board on the fencing on the left hand side, that's when you have to brake. Down the gear slowly, and once you're in the middle of the apex, just get on the power as early as you can in second gear. And over here, you start braking once you are either halfway in this curve or almost next to the muscle post on the right hand side. Or another braking marker here could be towards the end of the curve in the middle here. End of the curve here, down the second gear, let the car coast a little bit. Balance out the throttle input there to avoid the car from hitting the rev limiter too early. Once the board changes from the plain board to the Tsukuba board, that's when you want to apply a bit of brakes and accelerate early here. Try and hug the inside as much as you can to gain time. So once you're halfway on this green curve, that's when you want to brake in a straight line and downshift the second gear for the rotation, and also you exit in second gear. Like what I said earlier about this corner, you want to coast in that corner a little longer so you can get a pretty much a later exit, but you're going to gain a lot of acceleration as you're going to bring the steering more towards the center on the exit to once again to avoid the car from redlining on the left emitter too early, as it's an FF road car, and yeah, it has a pretty short gear ratio. So final corner, once again pit board. Once you're almost there, try and hold a tight line on this last lap on the last corner to avoid Sophy from trying to make a move on you there, because Sophy is very clever on trying to make moves, and you have to be. It's like, that's why, as I mentioned earlier, she's a superhuman AI. So you got to be very careful and try and hold. I mean, you can defend cleanly from this AI. Just try and trick the AI into thinking, into not making a move. Basically, just try and hold a center line before the apex. So I'm going to show you guys the guide again. Just gonna give you guys a chase cam view on how to beat Sophy. So just key notes are that to defend from Sophy as cleanly as possible, just try and hold the inside line at the apexes more, because most likely she will just back out, and if she's like less than 2 tenths behind you, you have to try and hold a center line at the corner entry to avoid Sophy from lunging down the inside, because the AI can be aggressive when you're vulnerable. When you leave too much space at slow speed corners, that's when it will be eager to make a lunge on down the inside of apexes. So you gotta be very careful about that, and that is what makes this challenge very interesting. It's kind of a shame that we don't get credits from this, because this is the hardest of the Sophy challenges. The hardest part of each Sophy race is the 1v1, but we don't get any credits for it. But we do have a global top 10 leaderboard, so we can challenge our friends, or some of the best drivers in the world. So yeah, our first lap, as you can see, was I thought it showed the first lap, but the first lap was we did a 1 minute 12.76 something. But to be honest, we have done a 112.504 before, so we have gone 2.5 tenths faster in the first lap. I think we were just too nervous on this one, because Sophy was really like putting a lot of pressure on myself. So there's a potential that this I can do a 219.7, a 219.7 on I don't know, on this global top 10 leaderboard. But then again, Sophy adjusts to your driving style, so it tries to copy you, and then it learns from you, and then it will become faster than you later in the race. So you can see it's driving very smoothly. I had to use ASM, so I think I was just driving a bit aggressively with this car. But yeah, 071, 072. So it learns from you, and then it tries to match your pace. So Sophy doesn't use anything at all. Yeah, I mean, it's a superhuman AI after all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this lap guide. Do you call this a lap guide or race guide? I'll call this a GT Sophy guide, because you're battling GT Sophy. GT Sophy 1v1 guide. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys find this lap guide useful on how to beat Sophy in this GT Sophy 1v1 challenge at Tsukuba. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.